Good morning. It's about 40 something outside in Indiana. And I want to thank all the new subscribers and all this. As you all saw on the news this morning, President Trump signed the bill where everybody goes back to work. My question is, people, when will the rest of us get the rest of our food stamps? And from what I've read on WLKY TV, they said a couple of days to a week. And that's okay. But the Democrats is still fussing about the Obamacare. You people out there that I know people that try to get Obamacare. They're like me. They was on fixed income. They couldn't afford Obamacare. You know, we all can afford some kind of health insurance. But as I grew up in an insurance family, my dad used to sell homeowner, car insurance, and everything like that. And your agents, they make money. The more they sell everything, the more their commission is. I think they should cut their commission in half, I believe. I know your insurance agent's gonna not like this. But, you know, there's people that can't work. Or the business shut down and moved to another country. People can't help their homeless. You know, it's bad. We got people who's homeless. We got veterans who's homeless because jobs has moved out of the USA. I know your people on YouTube got friends that lost their jobs because the business has moved. Or, you know, people, when I was young, I know everything increases, but it's up to you younger people to step in and stop it. When I was young, gasoline was 15 cents a gallon. And your car mechanics and all that knows back there then, our tailpipes was white. That means to me it was burning real good. Now look at your tailpipes and they all is black. You know, maybe they making the gasoline different or something. But it's up to your younger generation to step in. Your young people is smart. I'm talking about young people under 70 years old, 30, 20, you're very smart. It's up to you to step in and do it peaceful. And it's up to you because this is going to be your future. People need gasoline to go to work, support their family. I feel sorry for them. When I was young, it was just Dad working in the insurance, selling Hartford insurance and other stuff like that. But now it takes two people family. They don't spend enough time with their kids. I gotta get... Hello, Yoakum. Hello, T.O. Yeah, I got my socks on, but people, I'm glad, we got good, smart people out there. And if you look on your news stations, you see the Democrats behind the whole shutdown. Because they're trying to blackmail we the people. But when elections comes up, people, hi, Prince. That's a cute duck. You gotta remember, go to your news sites. Our government's blackmailing us. Use common sense. By them shutting down, people who's on food stamps can't eat. Ladies who's on WIC can't feed their babies. Because as I've seen on the news, national news, local news, the Democrats want that Obamacare, those credits. Like I say, I'm not that smart. But you younger people is very smart. I believe in you just like God does. And just look, when we got our half food stamps, the states who got Democrats governors got the full amount. That's a fact. The states that got the Republican governors got half of it. Why is it? Use common sense. And people, gasoline goes up. When I was young, if gasoline went up a penny or 2 cents or 5 cents, everybody got together and raised Cain and the gas went back down. I know you people need gas to go to work, support your family. I know that. I'm not griping about that. But it's up to the people to fuss. Peaceful. Raise Cain about that. I know you are very smart. You all got high IQs. The more that go up in price on gasoline, the less people going to drive. And they're not going to sell too much gasoline because less people drive it. When they drop the gasoline prices down, more people buys gas. But all these refineries and gas companies is making money. They would make more money if the gas prices are lower. People go back to, I think it was 2016 when Trump came president. I don't know how long it took the gas prices around me was about $1.80, $1.75, $1.80 a gallon. And think what it costs those truck drivers to fill up their fuel tank with diesel fuel. When I used to drive an 18-wheeler, people, diesel fuel was around $1 a gallon. Well, since the price of diesel fuel is up to over $3 a gallon or more, it depends where you live, the trucking companies is going to pass the fuel cost to the grocery stores, your home things you need to buy, wood, stuff like that. They're going to jack the prices. You young generations knows is very smart can figure this out. I know there's genius out there that can figure this out. Like I say, back in the 70s, you could take $50 to the grocery store. You either need a pickup truck, an SUV, or a heck of a big trunk. Now, $50 might buy you one bag of groceries. Just think about it, your younger generation. Also, I want to give you all some ideas to help you feed your family. That's just what I grew up, my mom and dad did. Grow your garden. Grow your garden. You can plant anything in the garden. Tomatoes, corn, green beans, lettuce, cucumbers, sweet potatoes, radishes, all this, carrots. And learn how to can your food. Learn how to can it. Maybe if your grandma is still alive, they could teach the younger generation how to can food. And there's videos out there that show you how to can your food. You know what you put in your food when you can. You go to the grocery store, look on your cereal boxes, this and that. And you see all the different chemicals they put in it. Our government does blackmail us. They intimidated us. You know, as you've seen on the news, they blame Trump for the shutdown. He's not to blame. Those senators and congressmen works for you and me. They're not listening to us. I want you people, next year I believe is election time for the county and state and federal government and area. Remember what the Democrats did during the shutdown. Please remember, you know, families starving, women with babies that couldn't get their WIC vouchers. Remember that. Please remember that. I'm going to talk about this until next year, because I don't want you all to forget. Air traffic controller is federal government. By them shutting down like it, it put your and my lives in danger. Because the air traffic controller is not getting paid. They can't buy gasoline to get to work. They can't buy food for their family. They can't pay bills. Look, people, use common sense. When the government shut down, how can you pay rent, house payment, pay your bills, buy groceries, buy gasoline? Just think about it during this government shutdown. You know, TSA wasn't getting paid. Your air traffic controller is not getting paid. Your veterans not getting paid. Your soldiers not getting paid. And everybody has family. Without money coming in, they can't pay their bills. Just think about it. Use common sense. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, an independent, or whatever. I'm a Democrat. And I don't like what those idiots did during the shutdown. But when it comes election time, I will remember. I hope you all remember. You all got friends where you live that got hurt during this shutdown. Just remember that. I want you to remember that. People helps people out. Just like on YouTube, you help people on their subscribers. You help them grow their YouTube channel. You help them to educate them on computer, your younger people. You help them understand cell phones. Because like people my age, we don't understand computers. We don't understand cell phones. But thanks to your younger people, it's on my YouTube channel. You help me understand more about my cell phone and computer. You all have helped me to understand the problems I'm having with these updated smart stuff, which us old people don't understand. Anytime you get a smart device, people, like an icebox, microwave, washer and dryer, electric stove, they're smart. There's more smart stuff. But remember, just like a computer and a cell phone, they have to be updated. Remember that. Do your homework. Read the reviews of anything you buy. Back in the 70s, 73, when I bought my Monte Carlo, it was around $2,000 to $3,000. That was my last new vehicle. Now you're looking at $50,000 to $500,000 to buy a vehicle, even a pickup truck. I can't afford a new pickup truck. I would love to have a new pickup truck. But I own a house. I don't want to buy another house. There's nothing in my budget that I can spend extra money on. Because everybody lives on a budget except our government. When I was young, the Democrats and Republicans worked together. They lived on a budget. Everybody got paid. No shutdowns. You can look it up in history. I'm not trying to start an argument because Democrats or Republicans. You need to use common sense. Put your faith in the God. People, it's hard for me and other people who's on Social Security, on fixed income, to live on what we live on. The rich people, they don't care about their budget. But people who's on fixed income, we worry. We live month to month. There are things I like to have, but it's not in the budget. I've seen on the news, local news, national news, that we're going to get $2,000 by the first of the year. I don't believe it. Also on the news, local and national, and on the internet, people on Social Security for 6 months is going to get an extra $600. I don't believe that either. Don't get your hopes up. Wait until that gets into your account. But I don't believe that will happen. Back when we got the stimulus checks, that helped out to pay my bills. It helped me buy this Toyota Camry I got with a few other things I traded. I made $50 a month payment. But, that helped out. If I got $2,000, what would I do with it? Try to buy me a new riding lawnmower or a zero turn. I would love to have a new riding lawnmower because of my health problems. I know everybody got problems on this planet. We all got problems we dealing with. But don't give up. Put your faith in the God. God will help you. Don't go out and shoplift. I know you all got families. There's some out there that probably shoplifting a little bit to get food to their family. But will the prosecutor, the police, will they look at that, But you're all very smart out there. When you raise Cain or protest, write your congressman or your senator, do it peaceful. Don't threaten anybody. Do it nice. Because that's what God wants you to do. Everything peaceful. Let's stop our racism. No matter what color our skin is, or what church nationality, we all got one thing in common, our red blood. Blacks got red blood, Mexican got red blood, Jews got red blood. We all got something in common. When we need blood transfusion, you racist people, you could get black people's blood, you could get Jews, you can get anybody's blood that's your type, Just think about it. Use common sense. Let's stop hating people. I saw on the local app I got from WLK, I think it was WLKY or one of them, that Indiana State Police, going back to the blue and white police cars they had back in the 50s and 60s, now they're getting maybe 25 to 100 Mustang GT painted blue and white. People fuss, it costs more money. People, you can check your state that you live in. Your state police, they order 1,000 more police vehicles at a time. They get a huge discount. And like here in Indiana, any police department in the state of Indiana can go to the state police website and get a discount just like the state police does. I don't know how it is in your state. But Indiana is saving the taxpayers money, probably the same as your state. The state, like the state police in your state, they probably buy 1,000 at a time. They get a huge discount. You people can, check it out. I don't think I'm wrong. I could be, but I don't think I am. And I want you to check it. And your kids that'll watch this later, help out the kids that's in your classroom. The ones that makes F, D's, and C's. Because you got 20 to 50 kids in the classroom. One teacher ain't going to take his or her time to help each student. That's a fact. When I was in school, we had 10 to 15 kids in the classroom. The teacher back there then helped each kid out. and they help out the ones that was having trouble. So you kids, when you help the kids in your classroom, they're not going to forget it. They're going to thank you. They should thank you. Because one day, kids, those kids that your help is not going to forget you. How you helped them in school. And your bullies that bully kids and on up the ladder to us old people. You stop bullying everybody. And I know parents has to work. I know some of those kids at 16 that's helping support their family. They shouldn't have to. But people of the USA, it's time to step up. Let's stop this price gouging. Let's help get our grocery bills back. Your younger generation, learn how to plant a garden. Grow a garden. Learn how to can your food. If you live in a city or a town, check your local laws about chickens and roosters. Because you can raise your own eggs. And you know what you feed your chickens. Go to a feed store, look at the chicken feed, and see what's in that chicken feed. Some of the chicken feed, you got medicine in that we cannot have. Homegrown chicken eggs is better than what you get in the grocery store. They taste 100 times better than the home grocery store. Because those eggs you get in the grocery store, they got hundreds of chickens. You don't know what they feed those chickens. If you got people where you live, people here in the United States or wherever you're at, get you some homegrown eggs from your neighbors, and you would taste the difference from homegrown eggs and what you get in a grocery store. And when I was young, we had regular milk from cows. We don't have milk like they got today. They had steroids to feed the cows. You know what steroids does to us, make us kind of rough and tough. Look at those young girls. Young, I'm talking about 10 years old, that looks like Dolly Parton. That's from the milk. They add those steroids to them. They did not look like that when I was young. Why can't we drink goat's milk? People, I know there's people on this planet that's allergic to soap. Well, if you got people in your area that might sell goat soap, look into that. I'm not getting paid for it. I know people who sell goat's milk, goat soap, and other stuff like that, which is better for you than what you get over the counter. And our homegrown food doesn't have all this chemicals in it. You people who live on the farm, you used to pump the water out of the ground. The water is better for you. When I was young, I used to drink water out of the creek. Today, you can't do that. All water that we drink now got all kinds of chemicals in it. I'm not a doctor, but you can research it. You remember chemistry, health, and biology from school. Our bodies can only take so much chemicals before our body breaks down. And I know you people on YouTube, look at the Amish people. They grow their own food. They don't have electric lights. They cook with wood stoves. They can their stuff. They don't get all the baby shots like we do. They're more healthier than we are. You know, just think about it. It's time to go back to the old way. Grow your food, can your food, your tomatoes, your carrots, your radishes, your lettuce, your potatoes, your onions, your apples. You can plant apple trees and you can have fresh apples or pears. You know, grow your own food. It's more healthier for you. For your garden, people, instead of buying all these fertilizers. My grandpa used to do, and that's a fact, I've seen him do it. Your table scraps, dig a hole and plant it in your garden, like chicken bones, pork chop bones, your corn cobs, stuff like that. That's your fertilizer. Your eggshells, your coffee grounds. You know, that was the fertilizer. Ask the old people. If there's people 90 years old, ask them about their garden, what they use for fertilizer. There's stuff you can use in your own house to kill roaches, fleas, but it won't hurt us. You know, there's books, the old-fashioned ways that you can use. I know people goes to the doctor. You can fix your hot toddy. It's honey, the real lemon, and some whiskey. You mix it together. You can put more honey in it where you won't taste the alcohol. People say, why would you give people alcohol? People, go back and look at the medicine at the drugstore, Walmart, like that. Look, it got alcohol in it. But some of you people that's my age, you remember your mother and your grandma putting a mustard pack on your chest. I want to know how many people that had a mustard pack on your chest. How many have took a hot toddy and your cold went away? You know, just think about it, people. The old ways was better. I just want you all to think about it. It's time to kind of go back to the old ways. Help your neighbors out. It's getting the time of the year. It's going to snow. And I want your younger generation to help your neighbors out. They can't get out and do that. Or they got health problems, they can't get out and shovel the driveway or the sidewalk. I know some of you wants to get paid, but God wants you to do good deeds out there. God will reward you someday. But also God don't want you to give up on Him. Help people out. Help people out on YouTube. Help them get their subscribers up. Help your neighbor out. Check on your neighbors. See if they need anything. Help out. If you see somebody getting abused, if it's a child or a lady or anybody abused, call 911. Record that and have proof. I know you all don't want to get involved into it. But what happened if you saw something and the person gets killed, knowing you could save them? Could you live with yourself? I can't. When I see something illegal, I'm going to report it because I can't live with myself. Because that's what God wants you to do, to help people out. Just like I told you in other videos, how to help the people in Louisville, Kentucky during the UPS plane crash. I've told you all to go contact your local Red Cross because they'll tell you who to get in touch, because there will be people out there that will scam people. That's how come I'm trying to help you out where you can help people in need. Go through the Red Cross because they know where to go to help those people. Some of them are going to need to help pay for their hospital bills. They're going to need help for their funeral bills. By going through Red Cross, Red Cross putting all this pressure on you. But people can trust the Red Cross. And maybe your local police departments, because it's probably in their computer nationwide that there's people out there that they know or can help you out. Just like, but be careful. I could use help. That's how come in my description, people, on YouTube, my post office box, my PayPal account, my Cash App, where you can help me out. Like my post office box is like for gift cards or maybe toboggans, and help me feed my cats and help other people that needs help. I do go to Walmart, which is 6 miles away in Scottsburg, Indiana. I do go to Tractor Supply in Salisbury, Indiana. I showed you the receipt this month where I bought 2 bags of 44-pound bag of cat food. It was about $30, with Indiana 7% sales tax, about $64, $65. If you can help people out, I'm not saying me, if you can help out, help them out. God will appreciate it. If you live within 50 miles of me, I live in Clark County, Indiana, close to Scott County, Indiana. We got a Scott's Ace hardware store. That's about 5 or 6 miles north of me. They sell riding lawnmowers, 0 turn. 0 turn, I'd be glad to have a new one, because that's 60 plus inches. That would take 15 minutes to cut my yard. But I do cut more in an acre. I go up on the county road, cut up along the guardrail on both sides. Then I go from there down to the main highway to cut the ditch lines out. Then next door to my neighbor, I cut probably a 20 feet strip out where The animals can walk through freshly cut grass. The birds will have fresh grass to make their nests. That's what I do. I try to help my neighbors out. Help your neighbors out. People, I'm 70 plus years old. 70. I live on a fixed income around $900, give or take a little. I make a house payment. I pay my utility bills, cell phone bill, car insurance, a few other bills. And I just don't have the extra money just like you all. If you all can help people out, hello 709. As you know, last night, the President Trump signed a bill for all the government people to go back to work. But the Democrats are still fussing about Obamacare. People, it did not work. Well, after I've seen on the news, I just want to put it out. Information. Trying to talk people to use common sense. The states in the USA got Democrat governors. They got the full amount. Alexei, the states that got Republican governors only got their half payment. That's not fair. It's not fair. Because I got to stock my food up because it's wintertime. I was getting into my winter supplies of food that I had in the icebox or the canned goods. Now I have to replace that. Plus, I still have to have food to eat now. Instead of buying one of each, I buy maybe 3 of each, where I can replace what I did use during the government shutdown. So, I'm trying to explain stuff with common sense to people on this planet. And if you all can donate to people, God will appreciate it. I'm going to give you my Cash App because I can't remember my PayPal account, but you can go back into YouTube and look in my description. But my Cash App is the $ Tom Cartwright 4375 is my Cash App. That way I can take it to the dollar store, Walmart, places, and get what I need. Help my kitty cats out. Help pay extra bills. And save the money where I can get a new riding lawnmower. I know you all said go to Facebook Marketplace. But people, I'm 70 plus years old. I don't have the extra money for a used riding lawnmower. If it breaks down, where am I going to get the money to have it repaired? It's not in my budget. By buying a new riding lawnmower or a zero turn is 60 plus inches. Buying new stuff, it'd be under warranty. Because I'm having problems buying used stuff. It might last a year or 3 weeks before it blows the engine or breaks down. I don't have the extra money, just like you all. But I'm asking you people on the planet, if you can help out anybody, your neighbors or family members, if you can help them out, God will appreciate it. I know I'm early, but when I saw on the news that President Trump signed the paperwork for all the government employees to go back to work, it'll take them maybe a week to get their back pay. Just like the people on food stamps that needs food stamps. I think during the government shutdown, people are buying food that I know gets food stamps. Why is those people on food stamps when they can go to the grocery store every day and buy groceries without food stamps? I know who those people are. At least around me, I've seen them. One time they used a food stamp card. The next time, like, they didn't get the food stamp, they paid cash. Why are they on food stamps? That's just, like, when will the people get the rest of the food stamps? They said 3 days to 14 days, maybe 7 days, a week. But I gotta stop up on food, canned goods, hamburger. I gotta stock up on everything because of the winter time. Cause if it snows, people, I can't get out of my driveway. I can't get up to the county road. I can't get out on the highway because they do clean it, but it takes a while. I wish I had the money to buy me a new vehicle, at least maybe a Jeep 4-wheel drive, because a 4-wheel drive would get me out of my driveway, up to the county road, out to the main highway, if I put it in 4-wheel drive high. But Indiana, like Canada and other states, they do get out with 4-wheel drives, but I can't afford a new vehicle. Maybe the smart people who got the money that knows to find out where I live. Because people, when you do YouTube or Facebook or X or anything, people knows how to find you. They know how to find you. I could use a new pickup truck. A Jeep pickup truck would be okay, a new one. Well, since my son don't know how to drive a stick, I'd rather have a stick. But I take an automatic. But I cannot afford to go out and buy a used 4-wheel drive vehicle. If it breaks down, I don't have the money to fix it. That's the problem with my income. One day, if it's up to God, I will have the money. I don't know how. But I'm not going to forget where I come from. I'm going to help people who needs help. Because that's what God wants you to do. God wants you to help people out that needs it. That's how come I'm trying to get my subscribers out. Where I can start getting those super chats. I'm not going to charge any memberships. Because my YouTube is not that good. I know other people charge memberships to watch certain videos. My YouTube channel is free It's not going to, there'd be no memberships. What will I use those super chats for? Well, I need a new roof to put on my house. That I need done. But I'd rather have a metal roof because it'll last longer. I need some wiring work, bring my house up to code. I like to have a porch light out on my porch. There was one, but I got my own meter since I used to do electric work. I'm not getting the voltage. I don't know if they wire it up wrong because I don't get my 120 volts at my light switch. Plus, all the new houses now, by code, have to have ground. That's how come you got the 3 deal plugs in your house. They all grounded. I want to kind of upgrade my house a little bit. As far as the windows, I want to show you my bedroom window. See that? That's a big picture window. I like to turn that window into what you call a bay window. Yeah. I believe years ago, maybe 20 years ago, I think we could play Canada Lotto or other stuff. I remember doing stuff like that. But I haven't seen it anymore. But that's what I plan to do when I get monetized. Well, I don't, I might buy one ticket a month. We got Powerball and Mega Million. I might take 2. One of them is $2. The other one's $5. And it's not really in my budget. I try to buy one when it gets up there to the high price millions. And people, oh Lordy. But it's $2 and $5 for the Powerball and Mega Million. I forget which one's which. And people said, you hit the lotto, you will buy more property and build you a bigger house. No, I wouldn't. I might buy more property. But the house I'm in right now is 2 bedrooms. I would cut all these trees down around me. Cut the trees on the north side of my property. Cut to the west side. The south side, which is my backyard. Because I got an outside TV antenna. They said 60, 100 miles. Ha, 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 that's a big joke. Cut those trees down where I get more of TV stations. I got those filters on my gutters. Leaf filter for the fact. They said you don't have to get up there and clean it. But people, with all the trees around me, the wind blows the leaves off of those leaf filters, or those filter gutters. And you got trees up, all that wind ain't going to come through and blow those leaves up. That's what I would do when I get monetized, is put a new roof on. Have some of my wire in my house bring up to code. And a new computer, at least a desktop. And I think, help feed my animals. Buy more bird feeders where I can feed the birds. But ear of corn where I can feed the squirrels. Dump some corn out there for the deer. It's back in the back 40. I love feeding the squirrels and the birds. In the summertime, I love to feed hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds. I love feeding them. Animals relax me. You people that got medical problems, you probably got pets. Your animals knows when you feel bad. They comfort you. And I got Alexi. Let's see. I gotta bring it down. I got Alexi right here. They keep me company. Yeah. People where I live, like you all live, you got all kinds of animals. You got foxes, you got coyotes, you got bobcats, stuff like that. But I showed you a video, I think this week, where I went outside and fed my cats. I got a big dog cage with straw and a blanket or a carpet in there with a heat lamp. That cage gets full at night. They all in there snuggle up. They got heat. I love animals. Some of you people lives on a farm. Them that farm animals love you. If it's goats or chickens or horses or pigs, they love you just like cats and dogs. They know, animals knows when you feel bad. They got service animals knows if you're going to have a seizure, this and that. No, I don't eat kitty cats. I don't go out hunting. When I was young, my grandpa used to hunt rabbits and squirrels. When we go to eat, they say, "This fried chicken." You must be a troll. And I don't allow trolls on my channel. Cats ain't food. Hey, I hope. Thank you, 709. Thank you. That's what I get for not having a computer. I can't do that crap. My cell phone, I'm using Prison Live Studio. If I do YouTube, I could do that, but then I have to go back in there and make it public. But it takes anywhere from 3 to 24 hours to, I guess, in some places. But that's how come I need a computer, people. If you got any pull with HP computer, people, I'm on record. I'm on record. They got the paperwork from Amazon and the computer, everything, the serial number. They got my address. Hello, but welcome. I usually don't get on this early. I'm trying to get my subscribers up where I can get monetized that can help me out the things that I need in my house. I'm on a fixed income around $900 a month. I pay my utility bills, my house payment, this and that. I got nothing left to spare. By getting monetized, I can use the money to help me fix my house up. I'm not going to charge a membership. YouTube is free. Thank you, 709. I hate to come back on YouTube, but it seems like I'm going to have to. And people say, well, you can go to a pawn shop and get you a new computer. But you don't know what's on that computer. You don't know if a stranger danger had that computer. And I'd be afraid of something like that. People, if I could get enough money through PayPal or Cash App, well, you have to go back into my YouTube, in my description, to find out what my PayPal is. I think it's Thomas Cartwright Sr. And I use that money. I also got my post office box. It's Tom Cartwright at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, zip code 47111. If you want to send me a new computer, like most of the post office got out in the lobby, got big boxes where you can put a laptop in. But will it have big enough to put a desktop in? I need a new laptop. That way I could be on StreamYard at $44 and something. They still owe me 3 months when I cancel. And them idiots still ain't gave me my money back. I only got one email. And the email says I got, but I don't have it. I went back into Google. It's not even a Google account for me. And I've sent StreamYard the last 4 digits of my debit card, the last 4 of my checking account, and this and that, and my address, my post office box. StreamYard still won't give me my damn money back. That ain't count the $38 overdraft, because I took it out of my budget. I got $38 overdraft for 3 months, so you take 3 times 38, and you see what my overdraft protection is. $44.90, I said $95.99 times 3 months. That shows you how much StreamYard owes me. I like StreamYard. I love StreamYard. It takes you a while to learn how it operates. I want to thank Triumph's Beware. He helped me figure out StreamYard. Took me step by step by step because my CPU don't work that good up here. I could use a new laptop with 1 gigabyte of hard drive, a good graphics card, and thanks to you younger people, they said like a gaming computer. That's about what this HP was. Kind of like a gaming computer. But I bought it from Amazon. I want you people to be wary. A third party. Amazon, no. PC Online is bad. They're bad people. They're bad computers. And what HP has told me, since they upgraded it, it voids the warranty. But to me, it's still under warranty. But HP will not fix it. Because PC Online voided the warranty. But my book, maybe some of your people out there, it's on YouTube, that know somebody works for HP. Hello, Jacob. Welcome. I'm early this morning. That knows somebody that works at HP, maybe know a VIP person. They got all my information. They got the screenshots. I'm doing okay. I woke up, my belly was hurting. So I might have to go up, clean the pan, where I can fry me some eggs this morning and make me an egg sandwich. I did buy me a dozen eggs, but, like this. But people, that's another thing, since we're talking about eggs. When I get monetized, I want to go back and redo my hen house. Put heavy-duty wire up there and put a better roof. And build bins where the chickens can get up there, go in there and lay their egg, where I can get to have a door on the back of it, where I can get fresh eggs out every day. Well, I pity people who got bad weather this time of year. Now, I know people in Canada really gets bad snow. Even Alaska gets bad snow. And, hey, Jacob, I might make you a moderator, but I can't do it here on my Prism Live studio. Next time, I don't know when I would do that. I will. It's about 40 degrees outside. As you see, this is what you call as a moving blanket. Moving companies use this blanket to cover up your furniture where it won't get damaged. And underneath that, I got the blue blanket. I call it the baby blanket. Because one of my kitty cats, she's up in heaven. She would always get underneath this blanket. Even this time of year, she'd get underneath her and keep warm. But she always had her babies underneath this blanket. Up on my bed. Not this bed. And I might, like I say, I got to look more at your videos. Hey, Jacob, when I get off of YouTube, leave me a comment after I get off, and that way I go to your YouTube channel and check out more videos. You seem to be on here more, but thanks to 709 a while ago, I had a troll talking about eating kitty cats and that. I don't go for that. That's arguing, people. You don't argue. You know, you don't do what you do. I try to keep it rated PG. No arguing with anybody. No cussing. No putting anybody down. No abusing women. You know, I run my channel different from anybody's channel. I won't put up with any bullcrap. But since I'm on my cell phone, on Prism Live Studio, I wish Prism Live Studio would fix it where I'm hoping I'm everybody's favorite, because you can come up here, learn some stuff. I know I repeat myself sometimes. I do that. But I'm trying to teach the younger generation the right things to do. Not get arrested. Don't screw their life up. Don't start a family when you're in high school. Because you all want to go to college. If you can't afford to go to college, maybe you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, or a cop, or airplane pilot, helicopter pilot. You can go into the military. That's where where you can get it guaranteed. You can be say you want to become a lawyer, then you can become a JAG lawyer. You remember people of the TV show JAG. There are JAG lawyers. There's doctors in the military. And there's nurses in the military. I'm glad everybody's taking care of everybody. That's what you do, because that's what God wants you to do. Take care of your parents, your grandparents, take care of your family. You be nice to your family. If it wasn't for your family, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have the clothes on your back. You treat your family nice. Also, your younger generation. I want to teach you, I'm not a lawyer. When you have your will made out, here's where you're going to get educated. Do not trust your family as administrator of your will. You're going to get screwed. That is a fact. That's what happened to me. My brother screwed me out of $90,000. That's when you make administrators. Find lawyers that you know that's good lawyers, maybe two to three lawyers, in case one of them dies, that can see the administrator. They know everybody's going to get what they should. But if you don't have a will, your family's going to screw you. They're going to screw you. That's a fact. I've seen it. It happened to me. That's a fact. By my brother, Robert W. Cartwright, who lives in Lexington, Indiana. I got screwed. He has money his lawyers don't cost him anything because he retired from Ford. I think he, like Ford, GM, Dodge, when you retire, you should pay 50% of your lawyer fees. That's what I believe. The wind ain't blowing because my trees is not moving. I do look out my picture window, I can see what I call a Christmas tree, cedar tree. I hate those pine needles. When the pine needles fall, I scrape them up around the tree. That kills the grass around the tree. And people, it's cold outside. If I had a zero turn with a side cover on it where you can close it, I can go out there and chop my leaves up. My driveway is full of leaves. My front yard is full of leaves. I said my side yard is full of leaves. People, when I was young, we used to go out, Dad, me, and the rest of the family, except Mom, we go out and cut a Christmas tree down. When I got married and have kids, we had real trees for a couple of years. But I was thinking of the fire hazard. If you don't keep it water, when you go out and buy a real Christmas tree, you cut the bottom out of it. And a little secret I was told, you drill your couple, take a drill bit, a small, and drill you some holes in the bottom of it. When you stick it in the bucket with water, then that water really get up in those trees. Always unplug your Christmas tree when you're not at home. Don't leave it plugged in all night when you're sleeping. It's the time of the year to change your batteries in your smoke detectors. And, people, I know there's people got it worse than I do. Well, artificial tree, you can get ones that looks like a real tree. You can get some that look like it got snow on it. You can get good Christmas lights and put on it. I like Christmas lights that blink on and off. That looks like Christmas. And you can put your star or something on top of your trees. And people get Christmas bulbs. I guess glass ones that you can have pictures put on. Okay, I'm getting ready to get off, Jacob, but after I close out, leave a comment where I can go back to your YouTube channel. So people, it's time to get off here. God bless you and thank you for your help.